Hey y'all, it's Ryan. With summer in full swing, we're going to tackle some fun, quick, and easy summer-themed doodles. Whether you're at the beach or staying cool indoors, these doodles will give you all the summer feels. So grab your drawing tools and let's get to it. Next up in our summer doodle series, we are going to tackle traveling doodles. So I have my 8.5 by 11 canvas set up with my 2D drawing grid. I'm going to use my Monoline brush set to black. So first, I'm going to tap the plus sign to create a new layer. I'm going to start in my upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to start with an airplane. So I'm going to start with the body of the airplane. I'm going to have it pointed up towards the right. I'm going to start with just a solid black line. And then I'm going to round the airplane nose just a little bit. Okay, and then come back and line up those lines right there. For its wing, I'm gonna draw a curved line out to the side. I'm gonna hold so it snaps to. And then for the other wing, going to be a little smaller because it's on the other side. Again, hold so it snaps to. Now the tail from this back line where I stopped, I'm going to go back to the left at an angle, draw a flat top on it, come back down at an angle, and then finish. And then I have my two kind of tail wings off to the side here. I'm going to draw as well. There we go. Okay, now for the windshield, I'm going to draw kind of a larger angled circle, and I'm going to put little squares in my airplane for the windows. Okay, and then little bubble clouds around it. Okay, and there's my airplane doodle. Going to add a new layer. Next, I'm going to come down and draw a cute little bug kind of looking car with a little pop-up camper behind it being towed. Okay, so I'm going to start with the car, and I'm just going to do a curved line for the top, hold so it snaps to. I'm going to draw a straight line, curved line for one wheel, another straight line, second curved line for that second wheel, and then connect them. Okay, two circles for the tires. Now I don't like where that's positioned, so I'm going to click Edit Circle up at the top, and now I can move that circle around where I want it. Okay, put a dot in the center. Draw a second tire right here. Again, click Edit Circle so I can move it around. Put a dot. Now I'm going to do a curved front for the windshield, a rounded rectangle for kind of that door window here, and then another curved line for that back window. Okay, I'm going to draw a line coming out and then down. So it'll be kind of like the hitch that it's connected to. Draw a second one. So now I know where to put the pop-up connected. So kind of like what I did for my car, except it's not going to be rounded, it's going to be a rectangle that has one wheel on it, showing at least. that detail to it. At the top with some striped lines. Next, I'm going to add in my road. So I'm going to start off to the left, go until I just almost hit that tire, come to the other side, go. And then one more line to finish the road. Go. All right, next up, I'm going to do a train. So plane, train, automobile, and then we're gonna do a bike. So the train is going to have a similar look to the plane up here at the front or the top. I'm gonna start by just drawing a straight line kind of in the center of that box. And then for the front, I'm going to curve it and angle down, kind of for the nose of the train. And then come back with a straight line. And then connect them down. Now I'm going to make this train be connected up with cables up at the top. So I'm going to draw a straight line above my train and then 2 lines that connect from that top line down to the train. Okay. Going to do 2 half circles for the wheels. I'm going to put them together and then another set up front. Curve line down and around for that windshield. I have doors, a couple windows, another door, one more window in the back. Give us the track. So just like I did with the car, I'm going to stop just before hitting the wheels. And I'm going to draw those middle lines for the track. Next up, we're going to draw a bike. So add a new layer. Now I want my bike kind of tilted up, going up towards the right, and then I'm going to add kind of a dotted line of a path of where I'm going. So I'm going to start, I'm going to angle my bike up. So I'm going to draw 2 tires, one's going to be higher than the other. I'm going to start with the inner circle of the tire, and then the outer one. Okay, and then from here I'm going to come up towards the right, do another inner circle, and the outer one for the front. Okay, now I'm going to connect these with kind of the body of the bike. Oh. Straight up. Kind of like a football post. Out to the side for the handlebars. Come back. Draw a rounded triangle for the seat. From where my diagonal line hits my straight line for that middle bar of my bike, I'm going to draw down and then draw back up. Again, where those lines connect, and then draw a straight line down and out like an L for the pedal. For the center of the bike, I'm just gonna draw a straight line up. And on the back, draw 2 right there. Lastly, about in the middle of my diagonal line, I'm going to draw a curved line down and around. And that's just kind of like the guard that goes over the bike. And then again, about my midway up this small line here, draw a curved line down towards the front. And there's my bike. So I'm gonna start my little path just with a circle. And then I like to draw a single line where I want that dotted line to be. And I'm gonna come back in with my eraser. And erase to make it a dotted line. All right. So now that we have how we're getting there, we're gonna start working on what we're taking with us. So we're gonna do a map, a suitcase, a camera, and then kind of some signs pointing us in the right direction. So come back to my brush, add a new layer. I'm gonna work on kind of that folding map, although I know we don't use them a whole lot anymore. I'm gonna start by making a V shape. There's 1, there's 2, up at the top. And then I'm not gonna draw the connecting line yet, but I'm going to come down and do those same shapes at the bottom. Knowing that I'm going to draw connecting lines to show that this piece of paper is folded, or this map is folded. Okay, so here, I'm going to connect these 2 down, and here, right here, 1 right here, and 1 right here. So now it gives it that appearance of the paper being folded. And just like I did here, I'm going to draw a small X on one end, and a small one at the other. Now because this is all on one layer, I'm not going to do the single line and then erase. I'm just going to draw a dash line or a dotted line. So there's the path we're taking, whoopsies, on this map. Okay, next up, I'm gonna add a new layer and draw a suitcase. So this is going to be a rounded rectangle. And I'm going to come up into my adjustments right here, and I'm gonna click liquify. I'm gonna make sure it's on push. Size is about 15. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna pull or push this suitcase out a little bit. Too much. And down. Let me turn that size up just a bit. There we go. So I have my size set on 28. And this allows me to just kind of move these lines so they're a little bit more even compared to where I had them when I first drew them. All right, much better. So I'm gonna come back to my brush. I'm gonna draw the handle. Another one. I have 2 lines going straight down on the left. 2 lines straight down on the right. And then in the center, I'm gonna draw another rounded rectangle. I'm just gonna put 3 lines in the middle, kind of for where like my name would be on my luggage. And there's our suitcase. The next doodle is going to be a camera. Now for this, I know I'm gonna have 2 circles in the middle for my lens inside my rectangle. So I'm gonna start with my rectangle, and it can take up as much of this box as you want it to. So I'm gonna edit that. I'm gonna change it into rectangle. And then I'm gonna close it up right here. There we go. Okay. Now that I have the body of my camera, I'm going to draw 2 circles in the middle. And then a larger one around it. So there's the lens of my camera. I'm gonna move that so it's a little more centered. In the upper right, I'm going to add a small box with 3 lines coming out of it. So that'll be the flash. In the middle. So when you look at a 35mm camera, you're going to see a spot up on the top. You can add an extra light here or an extra flash here if you want. And then over here, draw a rounded rectangle. I'm gonna put lines in it. There's my camera. Okay. Now, the last doodle for summer travel, I'm going to draw an arrow pointing right and then an arrow pointing left to show east and west. So I'm going to start in the middle of my box and just draw a straight line. I'm going to draw a side triangle, 2 sharp lines, and then another line back, and then straight down to connect it. So there's one. I'm going to drop down just a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to line up kind of a little off to the left of my first one, again with my 2 jagged lines for the arrow, my bottom line, and connect them. So the reason I did these first is if you're doing these doodles on a piece of paper, now I can come in and draw the pole or the stick that they are attached to, and I don't have to worry about erasing. Okay, so now I'm gonna write east in one, and west in the other.
Thank you so much for drawing with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you're notified when new videos are posted. Hope to see you soon.